This here is one of these, Sunday market type of things in England. And I'm watching it, trying to dissect it and take everything in that's going on. So, I'll tell you what I see here, right? I see an Englishman selling stuff like he's selling an iron board, bits and bobs, like kitchen furniture, stuff like this. And there is what seems like he's either Indian or Pakistani chap who is persistent in your man taking a pound off him for something. But it seems like the Englishman doesn't agree with just taking a pound for whatever it is that he wanted. So the Indian Pakistani chap is like in his face, demanding that he either gives the pound back or he gives him what he wants, type of thing, And the Englishman just seems to have had enough. He's even closed his boot of his car because he's like, I'm closing up shop. Fuck this. I've had enough, right? He just seems completely fed up with the situation. But it's like how, remember, this is in England, and at a Sunday market in England. But yet all I see is the Englishman being basically surrounded by all these foreigners, and it's just, I'm just thinking to myself, do people not look at situations like this and think, hang on a second, is this England or is it fucking Africa or is it India? Where the fuck is it? Do you know what I mean? Because it's how outnumbered he is. He's the one selling stuff, and yet here he is being outnumbered and shouted down to and told what he has to do and what he's not to do. Do you know? So, have a look at this here.
Can you go now? Collect your bank from him. Can you go? Collect your money. Can you go? £3 behind it, bro. I know, but £8. I told you not. I told you what. Look, you're not getting it. Fuck off. You're not getting it. Go. Boss, you're not getting it. You're either getting me mad or fuck off. Go away. I told you once, I'm not telling you again. £3. Go away. So all you've done is gone through my boat, asked this for a plan, asked that for a plan. I said no, fuck off. Well, you're not getting it, so I don't know what you're doing. You're not getting it. No, you ain't disappeared.
So you hear the English bloke saying, you look through this pile, you look through the boot of my car, and I told you no, I'm not selling you this item for £1. So just go on, go away. Now he is saying fuck off, which says to me that he's had enough, and he's sick of telling these people, no, I'm not giving it to you for £1, go away. But yeah, there's a guy in front, here he is in the red and the black. Yet he's still in his face demanding that he do it for him. Do you know what I mean? So I think to myself, fucking hell, man, this is bizarre. This is like, I know there's haggling that goes on. You can haggle with people at these markets and stuff. But if the seller's saying no to you, you leave it at that. You don't be persistent and fucking, when the line is drawn. But these people don't seem to know what the line is. They're just adamant that they're getting it, and that's the end of the story. And if you don't, I'm going to get in your face and I'm going to keep at you.
Fuck off. There's your pound. Fuck off. No, I'm giving him. No, I don't care. Move. That's okay. Don't cut into my business. Can you go now? Can you go?
Now they're demanding that he not be allowed back into this market to sell anything. Not mad. That Englishman shouldn't be allowed back in to this market ever again to sell anything, because yeah, he might have pushed your man away, but that's only because the persistence of this foreign man in his face. He's told him no multiple times, I'm not selling it to you for £1. Now fuck off and get away. Yeah, he's the bad guy in all of this, and he should be stripped of any rights to be able to sell anything in this market, in this Sunday market, because all these foreigners think so. Isn't that fucking mad, isn't it? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Can he go? Can he go?
Now they're all grabbing the other foreign national, tapping them, and don't worry, everything's going to be alright, yeah, Grant, move away from the bad man. It's every little faction, you know. People talk about this fatigue that people are having. I fucking understand it. I get it. I get the fatigue that people have with it, because of incidences like this, you know. At a Sunday market, if the seller is telling you, no, I'm not selling it to you for that price, you might say, go on. And then if he says no again, you leave it. You don't constantly like stand there and in your head think, I'm getting this fucking item for whatever price I want. No, you listen to what the seller is selling it for. Do you know? It's called common sense. None of these people have common sense. That's the problem. That's why I say they'll never assimilate to our ways in the West. And I know this is England, and I'm saying our ways, but you know, these little common sense things that we all know, or we all grew up with. People that go to Sunday markets will know what I'm talking about when they see this video, because it's just like this foreign national is demanding that the Englishman sell it to him for that price, and if he doesn't, he's just going to stand there in his face until he gets it, do you know? And it's not right. But yet the second the Englishman says, look, fuck off, I've had enough of you, they all gang up on him, do you know? And they're saying, no, that's not right, you don't treat people like that. Well, how about this? How about not treating the British, the Irish, the people in Western countries like they're fucking nothing? Huh? Like our governments have been treating us. They're giving all these cunts everything for nothing, yet they treat us like shit. How about fucking that? Huh?
I'm giving the money. You don't push people. You are wrong. This one, in Africa, you do this thing and they'll tell us from up my body.
Well, yeah, you know, even the English markets aren't, even the Sunday markets aren't fucking safe.